Welcome everyone to a Healer Within Foundation live practice sampler, starting our week off well. We're delighted that you're here with us. If you're looking for other online practice opportunities, you can find them on our virtual practice group listing, which you can access at our website, healerwithinfoundation.org. Under the practice group tab at the top of our homepage, you'll find that VPG list. We are delighted to have today with us Linda Goulet. Linda is a certified Tai Chi Easy practice leader. She's completed level 1. She's a Qigong and Tai Chi teacher in Monterey, California, where she joins us from today. And we're delighted to have her, again, start our week off well and get us going this Monday morning. So Linda, I'm ready to turn things over to you. And I believe I need you to unmute again. And once you do that, everyone will hear you and they will now see you. And that's perfect. And we are ready to go. Great to have you with us. Thank you. Looking forward to practice.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Just thrilled to be sharing a practice session with you folks. It's Monday. It's the start of a new week. And so the goal today is to just reconnect ourselves, cleanse ourselves a little bit, and replenish ourselves for this week ahead. So I'd like to begin by just connecting ourselves with our bodies in the classic strengthening method that we all have come to know and love, those of us who are working with Dr. Yanka. So let's first begin by finding our bodies in time and space and letting our feet ground into the earth from the waist down, imagining that we're sinking 9 feet deep perhaps, and that our bodies are rising up into that yan space. And we're just going to think about that kind of aligning of our bodies and opening ourselves. And let's just begin by finding that space of opening. Maybe our chin is tucked back a little bit, ears over the shoulders, thinking about our sacrum and having our spine aligned. And let's just feel that body for a moment, that opening. You can join me in a nice deep breath. Here we've landed in our bodies and peeling our foot off, our left foot off, and stepping out just a little bit. Let's put our palms forward. And let's begin with what we know as flowing motion. If you're new to this, it's a way that we can connect our breath to the movements of the body. It's a beautiful practice just by itself. So letting our hands float up, rising up to chest level as we breathe in. Palms face down. We let our hands gently float down as we exhale. Doing that again. And exhale. And this time, as we raise our hands and breathe in, let's lean a little bit into the balls of our feet. Find that front edge. And as our hands float down, finding our heels. Again, coming forward just a little bit, finding that edge. Hands drift down. We're feeling that breath, that beautiful breath of ours flowing through our bodies as we explore those edges and find our center. Let's do it one more time. And exhale. This is something you can do anytime you want to regulate. I'm a middle school teacher. Sometimes I need to regulate quite often. So breathing and connecting. Letting our hands float down by our sides. Let's move from side to side now. Imagining that we're giving our organs a little bit of a massage, pumping that lymph system. So join me in a breath in from the center. And as we exhale, we move like we're moving between 2 panes of glass, letting our fingers drift down and noticing how we're bending. Breathing in again. Exhaling as we move to the left. Breathing in. Stretching, opening. Breathing in once again. Exhale. We're going to do this 2 more times, and if it's comfortable for you, let's reach your arm up and over and just deepen that stretch just a little bit. Feels good on a Monday morning. And exhaling as we reach on over. Breathing back in. Once more on each side. And exhale. And now we're going to open our spines, moving them forward and back. We're going to curl forward as though we're over a big beach ball or something. And then we're going to open up. So let's begin like we did with flowing motion, palms up. And let's raise our hands to heart center, breathing in and forming a W. Let's open gently from the heart. And as we exhale, we're going to bring little fists together and tuck them inside and curl round. And I'll give you a side view here. We're going to open up again, breathing in. Careful not to bend our neck too far back, arching our back as we're comfortable, curling and tucking and squeezing, releasing any tension, opening the spine to the flow of our chi, breathing in with an open heart. And once more, curling in, tensing and releasing, breaking up any stagnant energy, any blocks, opening once more. And then let's let our hands float down to our sides. We're going to do one more, finding our way into our body, pushing up and pushing out. Our fingertips face each other. And we're going to lift them up as we inhale, locking our fingers and pushing up, still breathing in if we can. Exhaling, we push away from our bodies, flexing our wrists. I like to sink a little bit and warm up my knees, and then pushing up, breathing in, exhaling, flowing twice more. Bring that big breath in. Let's reach out just a little bit and step back together and just do a soft closing. Noticing for a minute how we might feel. What has opened up for you? Let's pay attention, really dial into our bodies. This whole practice of moving chi through Qigong or Tai Chi is such a health practice. And so much depends on how much we can learn to notice our own selves. So let's just feel that opening. We've moved some chi around, opened up the channels. We're waking up on a Monday morning. So let's see if we can dial into that chi a little bit more. Let's have our palms come together and just rub them together. In the center of our palms, we have very important points, long gun points that open up, and we can feel the chi. We like to try to feel that chi between our hands. Sometimes stimulating that begins to activate and awaken our awareness of our chi. So we've got our hands here, and we can play with this idea of finding the chi, and that's what we're going to do today. So we've woken up some chi in our body, and now we're going to work from our heart center in our beautiful place and space of emotion and regulation. So we've warmed up our palms a little bit. You may have noticed a little warmth and tingling. We're going to use our imagination, and we're going to clear out our heart. We're going to release anything that might not be serving us, some old chi, some emotional things. These are challenging times, yeah? So let's see if we can start this week off by cleaning our space in here. So if you'll follow me, We're going to let our hands rise up from the wrists, breathing in, and then we're going to let them float down, and we're going to imagine that we have a beautiful sphere of our own qi right down in front of our lower dantian, our abdominal area right here. And we're just going to see if we can imagine that qi is flowing right between our hands. And let's breathe in as we expand that. And as we exhale, let your hands come together and see if you can find a little of that space where you can imagine or you can feel your energy flowing between your palms. Let's do that twice more. Now, what we're going to do is work with releasing some of our unhelpful emotion. Okay? So we're going to let our hands rise to heart space. And we're just going to take a moment to think about how we're feeling. How are we feeling today? Do we have any stress? Do we have any challenges that we're facing? And we're going to work to let go of that and bring in anything we might need. So let's take a nice big breath in right here. We're going to let our palms come out to the sides and we're going to push away. Imagine we are releasing perhaps some stress out of the body. Palms come up and we're going to bring in a sense of calm back to our heart center. Maybe we've had a lot of worry in our minds lately, so let's push our hands up and release any worry with our exhale. And as we inhale, let's bring in maybe a sense of confidence. Check in with yourself again. Maybe you've been feeling anger at someone or the state of the world. So let's release that anger from our hearts by pushing out as we exhale. And let's invite in some patience. Breathing that into our very being. Checking in one more time. Exhale whatever is not serving you right now. Letting that spent chi or that stuck chi go and bringing in whatever it is you need. We're going to do that series one more time, and I invite you to really feel what you are feeling, what you need to let go, and what you would love to receive from the chi around us. So breathing in, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and let's hold that feeling, that sensation right here at heart center. Feeling the release of anything that we don't need right now, getting ready to start this week in a beautiful, replenished space. Let your hands float down by your sides. We're going to take a moment now and we're going to step out a little bit wider, toes angled a little bit. We've just dialed into our bodies. We've opened things up. We've let go of things that aren't serving us. And all around us is this amazing sea of chi, everything we need for our health and well-being. we can bring into us. And so I'm going to invite you to join me in a little guided meditation. In these practices, we like to talk about those three treasures of our body, our quieting mind, our deepening breath. We've been breathing and moving. Now let's look at our minds a little bit and use meditation. So I'm going to guide you through a gathering of heaven and earth. And I'll talk about what we might be gathering. And so you can use this as a time to just relax and let your mind imagine all these possibilities. Or you can just gather it yourself in whatever way you know. So we're starting from a slightly wider stance, a little bit of a horse stance. We're going to reach into the earth and the yin energy, and we're going to gather from the heavens. So let's bring our hands to heart center. We're going to reach out and we're going to lower ourselves as is comfortable for you, as if we are reaching into the very depths of the earth, the very cold, dark place of all potentiality. That yin energy we're going to draw into our heart and allow that creative potential to nestle there for a moment. And let's reach out again from the oxygen, the field of oxygen around us, that gift of breath that we so need to survive, that calms and regulates us. Bring in that chi, the chi of the air, the oxygen. Let's reach out again, down into the soil, where everything begins and everything returns. And we pull that knowing into our hearts. We reach out again to the clouds that gather the water, the precious cleansing rain, seeing its beauty, pulling with gratitude that nourishment and cleansing into our hearts. We're going to reach out again into the place where all the plants grow, the food, the medicine, with deep gratitude for the nourishment. We pull that into our hearts. Reaching up again, we reach out to the sun, warmth, illumination, safety, security. We pull that chi of the sun into our hearts. One last time, we reach out into the realm of all sentient life, kinship, fellowship with the earth, the creatures, the humans. We bring in that connection into our heart space with gratitude. And one last time, we reach out into the great infinite, the stars, the galaxies, the great mystery, the ancestral energy. We pull in that connection into our heart space. Let's feel that juiciness that's running through us, all that we've gathered and invited in. Let's turn our toes forward and let's get it really sunk into our very marrow. So we're going to run the meridian lines of our body. Let's turn our palms towards our lungs. And we're going to imagine all that fabulous chi that we have gathered into ourselves. We're going to send it deep into the meridian lines, coming up over our face, washing in it. Back of the head, neck, shoulders, reaching round. Let's find our back, our kidney running down the meridian lines, kidneys coming around our feet, coming up the inside, the bladder channel, sending that chi into our dantian. Let's do that one more time. Up and over. Smoothing it, settling it, sending it in. Holding for a moment at heart center, we're going to reach out with the left hand and we're going to smooth it on the inside of the body, the underside, coming around the top of our hands, smoothing it around our arms on the yon side, turning our toe forward. Let your hand come across your mind's eye. Reach out with your right hand. Let your left hand smooth the underside, deepening that chi through our bodies. And as we come towards the center, let your hands cross. Come up and over one more time. Down our neck and shoulders, reaching round. And coming up. And holding right here at heart center. Let's take a few deep breaths. 3 deep breaths with me as we allow that chi to really settle into our bodies. One more breath. Let's let our hands float down by our sides, palms up. And let's use our imagination again. Imagine that the chi, the yan chi from above is coming down through our crown, flowing through this body of so welcoming to this chi around us, coming in through the palms, moving through our body down into the earth. And here we are, the perfect space between heaven and earth, open, ready to receive, to be our best selves, breathing in this position for a moment. Calming ourselves, feeling the confidence of a beautiful Monday morning, a fresh week ahead of us, knowing we have this ability to recharge and reconnect whenever we choose. And we're going to reach out and do a little soft close, stepping together. And we're going to finish by just making sure we get all this chi and wake up. You don't want to be too relaxed on Monday morning. You have maybe things to do. So let's begin by just ringing the temple bell. Just a way to tap in that chi into the parts of our body to wake us up a little bit. My hands are softly cupped, tapping the body, rising slowly, watching our knees. Be careful of our knees. Tapping the lungs, our precious lungs that are sustaining us in these particularly challenging days with the virus and everything. We want to be as healthy as we can be. There. Now we're going to pat ourselves with another cupped hands. And let's start by coming up one arm and down. Let's go under. Come across the chest. Down the other arm. This will wake you up, right? Belly, let's go down the legs. Come up the back. Gently, gently tapping our kidneys here, very gently. One more time down. One more time up. So the last thing we're going to do together is a beautiful sigh of relief. So let's stand fairly wide apart. in deep appreciation for all the practices and all the beautiful teachers who share their knowledge with us. I've learned so much through the Healer Within community. So I honor my teachers and honor you for participating in this. So let's have our hands come out, and we're going to gather some juicy chi again and let it go with a let's do it again. Good for the lungs to express, yeah? One more time. So I'd like to thank you for sharing my practice with me. And the way I like to do that, well, first I want to make sure that I thank you again. And I hope you feel ready for this week ahead and refreshed and recharged and cleansed inside and out. So we have our nice fist for our strength, which is what we're building in every way, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. We recognize our community with our fingers together, with lots of humility and our bent thumb, and always compassion overall. Thank you so much.
Linda, thank you so much for a beautiful practice. That really set the tone for a wonderful week ahead. I want to remind everyone that they can find some other online practices through our virtual practice list, which they can find at our website, healerwithinfoundation.org, up at the practice groups tab at the top of our homepage. And we include Linda's online class offerings as well. She does have a series that she's starting very soon, so do check that out. There, if you'd like to get in contact with Linda, we'll have her information there to share too. If you've missed any of our live practice sessions and you'd like to catch up, or maybe just go back and view them all over again, you may find those at our new YouTube channel. If you'll go to YouTube and search on Healer Within Foundation, you'll find our channel. We ask that you do subscribe to the channel. Not only will you be notified when we add new content, but it helps us grow our footprint there, which allows us to share practice with more people and allows people to find us a little better there on YouTube. So do consider doing that for us. We would appreciate it. If you're leading an online practice group and you wish to be, you wish that class or those classes to be added to our virtual practice group list, just send us an email to admin@healerwithinfoundation.org, or you can send us a message here through Facebook, and we'll be happy to speak with you about how you can get your classes added there to our listing. Please mark your calendar now for our next Healer Within Live Practice Sampler, which will take place this Wednesday. Deanne Hodgson will be our leader for that practice, and that will take place at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern Time this Wednesday. So we're looking forward to that. We hope to see you then. And until we do meet again, may all be well.